Adventure in Pipeman on W4CY Radio.
Wake up, America! It's time for the Adventures of Pipeman on W4CY.com, West Palm Beach's #1 internet radio station. Here's your host, the Pipeman.
This is the Pipeman here on the Adventures of Pipeman W4CY Radio, and I'm here with
James Cross.
Patty Hearst.
And you're from?
LA Slumlords.
I like when the bands do it because they do it cooler than I do. and then I don't butcher their name. I mean, I'd have to be an idiot to butcher your band name.
Right,
but, you know, but you were here in Vegas at Punk Rock Bowling, not L.A.
That's right.
So you took over downtown Las Vegas.
Hell yeah, we did.
And killed it here.
Hell yeah, we did.
I want to know how you're not dead after this heat, too.
Oh, we are.
I think I got heat stroke.
I don't doubt it. I always wonder, I'm like, man, how do bands perform in this heat? Like, I'm just out there and dying. You're up there running around, putting full energy out. You know, it's not like you're playing like some slow country song.
Well, the adrenaline gets to you.
That's what I was just going to
Yep.
say. It's the adrenaline.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
you kind of, all the leading all the way up to the time you stand on stage, you're shitting your pants, and then finally you get on stage, and it's like you can stop a bullet. You know, nothing can get in the way.
I know that feeling. Like, same for me. Like, I'll get up on stage and announce bands, or I'm also a motivational speaker, and it's like right before I get up on stage, I'm like, 10 million thoughts are going through my head.
Right?
You're super nervous, and then the minute the mic turns on, it's like you go into this zone, a switch goes off, and it's like you're just on automatic.
Yeah, exactly. I played with walking pneumonia before. I had walking pneumonia before I got on stage.
I love it. That's so my style, man. Oh, man.
It was
And
insane.
because what happens is, okay, while you're doing it, you don't allow yourself to feel sick. And then as
Exactly.
soon as the gig's over, then you give yourself permission to die.
Yeah, exactly.
100%.
So I got to say, too, okay, punk rock bowling, but you've never played that here, which blows my mind. You've been here a million times, as you said,
a million times. Yes.
on stage. And here's the funniest thing. I think you were having a moment where you wanted to be the band and the attendee because you threw out a shirt and then caught it yourself.
Yeah, that was great.
I'd like to say that I planned it. I'd like to say.
Oh, right? That would be pretty good.
Yeah.
So, man, this is like your second show in what, like 20 years or something?
Yeah, so the band disbanded almost 20 years ago. Our first show back was just meant to be a one-off reunion show. It was with Fear and the Adolescents for a 20th anniversary of Turbo Jugend Los Angeles, which I happen to be the president of. Our drummer is the vice president of. And Patty here, she's a Jugend member as well with Destructive Girls. So it was a very big Turbo Jugend event to begin with. And then we got asked to do this.
Nice.
Yeah, just family, all family. It was really cool. Just really cool. I mean, I've known Mark and Sean and Adam and Jamie forever, and just to be able to play this, you know. is
Right? Like
Yeah,
when you got that
amazing.
call, it was like, it's about time, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, man. And so maybe you'll be like, okay, because the way you were describing, maybe you'll be like the original Misfits, because they just did a one-off, and now they're playing every festival.
That's so funny that you say that because I used to have a band called the Bitch Fits.
I love
And
that.
we used to make fun of, I'd have a little weight and I'd pump up like with a 2-pound weight, like, oh, I'm on steroids. It was so fucking fun. It
Oh,
was the
we'll have to
best.
talk.
Yeah, this is not a bad
mic.
second show for coming back after 20 years.
yeah.
My mind is kind of blown. I didn't know anybody had remembered or cared, but apparently
They
was wrong.
definitely did, yes.
I mean, we have great players, too. I
Yeah.
mean, really do.
Yeah, we're really fortunate.
We got Giz. Giz is fucking badass drummer.
Yeah.
We've
Yeah.
got Wild Bill.
Oh man. Well, look, Lightning Bill. He plays with a lot of other bands. He plays with Bow Wow Wow. He plays with English Beat. Giz, our drummer. He plays. He was better known for Dead Laszlo's place. He's played with UK Subs. He's played with a lot of people. And our bass player, Pat Rowan. He was playing with Haunted Garage. So there's a big history behind everybody here. But
Nice.
it's really great to have such a solid team behind us.
Nice.
And we're really lucky.
And it's funny you brought up Bow Wow Wow because, like, from the 80s, I secretly loved Bow Wow Wow because I wasn't allowed to like them.
The guilty pleasure.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
It's so funny because, like, back then, you know how it was with the gatekeepers and shit. And, like, it's like, you can't like this band. They're to this.
Oh, yeah. I
You know-
did that with the Violent Femmes. I was like, you know what? No. I'm not going to like them. Oh, okay.
Right?
Okay. I get it.
I secretly love pretty much all 80s, like all that new wave stuff. It's like my guilty pleasure. It's what I listen to in the car when I'm alone and I just want to chill out. You know, it's not all aggro and everything.
Well, funny story, you know, like, I was a total, like, thrash metalhead and hardcore punk, both.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Even though I wasn't supposed to be both because I couldn't go to punk gigs. I got my ass kicked.
You crossed the line.
Yeah, and I have so many funny stories about that, but I was over my bro's house that we went to gigs together all the time, and I found this album he had there. I'm like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah.
And he had it hidden, and I started listening to it, and it's still, to this day, one of my favorite albums ever, and that was Kings of the Wild Frontier.
Oh hell yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Yeah, fuck
And,
yeah.
you know, to me, what I like about that and Bow Wow Wow is the same thing, is I like that jungle beat. Like, there's something to that jungle beat that, like, fuck yeah. That.
Well, isn't Bow Wow Wow on tour or going to be on tour with Adam Ant?
That would make
Is
sense.
that happening?
So he's either doing Bow Wow Wow or he's doing
Oh no, it's English Beat that's on tour.
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah. He's a busy boy.
Yeah, he's really busy right now.
Yes.
It's like, holy shit. You know, and it's kind of like same thing. You guys are going to be really busy. It's like, I think that's what's happening in music is these younger generations are actually craving the older stuff. And then you have the older generations that are like, fuck yeah, finally it's back. I think that's
Yeah,
what
it's
it is.
true. It's really true.
So,
It's nice. Old
what's,
home.
and what's good too is punk has always stood for bullshit going on in the world. And can you believe that there's more bullshit now to sing about than there was 20 years ago? Like, I thought it was over.
Yeah, there's going to be a lot of really good music coming out in the next few years.
Right?
But, you know,
Seriously.
our songs were protest songs back when, you know, Bush was when he was president, and it's kind of ironic and sad that they're all completely relevant, if not more relevant now.
I talked
we're
about
coming
that
back.
too with like songs about Reagan, like,
Yep.
and the Cold War. And I mean, I remember we were teenagers and me and my bro were like, fuck it, the whole world's going to blow up in 1984 anyway. Who gives a shit?
Yep.
And now we're living in that same crap again. And then, but what really blows my mind how stupid we fucking are has to do with your shirt.
Yep.
How
Yeah.
does that happen? Okay, tell them about your shirt that you're wearing, Patty.
Well, I'm wearing a shirt that says abort the Supreme Court. So the Supreme Court is so corrupt and so bought and paid for. It's unbelievable. And people are just sucking it up. It just blows my mind that a Supreme Court justice can have an upside down flag in front of his own house
Yeah, what the
during the
frick is
insurrection.
that?
I mean, there's so many things. There's so many things. And, you know, the idea of the Me Too movement, really elevating the whole women's movement, and now it's like, no, no.
That's what I mean. How does that happen? I don't get it.
Because they think, oh, well, you're not in your place anymore. Just like with Black Lives Matter. Just like that, once Obama got into office, they were like, we got to put them down, got to put them in their place.
And that's why we need punk rock, because punk rock
Fuck yeah.
We need fucking revolution.
You know, ironically, one of my favorite all-time bands is Subhumans. We're coming up in just a couple bands after us.
I was just with Dick this morning.
I can't even tell you how excited I am to be sharing the stage with them, because it was their lyrics, even more than their amazing music. But it was their lyrics that made me such a diehard fan, and it is specifically what drove me to want to make music in the first place. And that's what Patty and I have been doing since the beginning. Was that same protest, that same fight.
I love it.
You know, and
just keeping the fire, just keeping it, you know, fucking the man as often as possible.
And it needs to be done more than ever now. Like,
fuck yeah.
Yes.
My best bro, he passed away in September, but we went to like thousands of gigs together, and he was a big time environmental icon in California. He said to me one day, he goes, you know, I hated Reagan, hated his policies, but at least I felt that he thought he was doing what was right for the country. This idiot.
Oh no, he makes Reagan look like the Dalai Lama.
Yeah, Reagan would be a would be a liberal
He would
today.
be a liberal.
Yeah, he would.
Absolutely.
He would.
Yes.
It's like ridiculous.
Yes.
I hate the extremes. That's the problem. Like, there is no Republican Party. It's just the alt-right.
Oh, what kills me is alternative facts. Oh, really? Oh, there's such a thing as alternative facts? Are you fucking kidding me? It's just unbelievable. It really is.
And these people that follow the people like that, they are the ones that he would never break bread with in a million years. He makes fun of them. And I'm going to say it, they're freaking idiots for following him like he's their god.
Oh, absolutely. They're zombies. I don't know.
It's a cult.
I feel like if I believed in God, that he's the Antichrist. Because I saw Barron. Barron looks like fucking Damien.
Yeah.
He could be.
And he is a delegate in Florida now. They just elected him as a delegate. He's 18, just got out of high school, and he's a Florida delegate.
Well, that's DeSantis. DeSantis kissing his ass. But let me tell you something. I live in South Florida now. Thank God I go on tour all the time. I'm hardly ever there. But what I will say is that it blows my mind. Every friend I have that's female, black, trans, gay, in Florida, loves him.
Oh, come on.
I don't get it.
Yeah.
Jews too.
I have.
And I'm a Jew.
I have family that's gay, that are Trump fans, but they also live in Arizona. So
Right.
you know.
I have
Arizona,
What are you gonna do?
Florida of the West.
Right. I have a niece that's transgender and voted for Trump. I'm like, why would you vote for Trump? Blah, blah, blah. I'm like, but he's against everything you believe in and wants to take it all away.
Exactly.
You know, it's an interesting thing watching most Republicans vote. When you consider the red states are the states that generally use the majority of public assistance, they're the ones that use the majority of the very things that the party they vote for votes against. They vote against their best interests over and over and over again. And they're buying their own BS. It's
And let me tell you
crazy.
something. I was very involved in the music business in the 80s on the Sunset Strip. I left it because I hated all the pose shit.
Yeah.
Right.
I went to the other side. I went to the evil side. I was big in the financial business. I traveled in those Trump circles in the late 80s.
Yeah.
I would never vote for him in a million years because I knew him.
Yeah, well, that's funny because I know people that work in finance too, and they interestingly enough said that they refer to somebody making poor financial decisions as a Trump, that it's an actual saying in the financial industry, and these idiots that are voting for him say he's a good businessman. They have no fucking clue that he's being made fun of by his peers.
Right.
Unbelievable. It really is.
Well,
It really
listen,
is.
you're going to laugh even worse. My ex, she's a Trumper.
Oh!
And it makes sense because she's an idiot. But, I mean, she is a full-on, I don't know what I was thinking, but she's a full-on redneck hillbilly.
Oh, I know
Clueless.
what you were thinking. I know where you were thinking.
Right? I mean, but
Where?
the bottom line is like, it's like you're a woman with a non-binary grandchild, with a trans niece, with a gay grandchild, and you're voting for that. Like,
I don't get it.
It is kind of mind-blowing. But I'll tell you what, not so far off subject, but I'm really concerned, to be completely frank, about this election because I honestly don't believe it matters who gets voted in. I think the shit is going to hit the fan. I think people are going to lose their mind no matter who gets in.
I have my exit strategy already prepared, like, and I don't go anywhere without my passport. Like, I took my passport to come to Vegas.
Right?
Wow.
I've told all my children, I'm like, you better make sure that passport's in play in case you need it.
I mean, it's going on worldwide. That's the thing. It's like fascism is growing worldwide.
Oh, I see it
I
all
don't know
over
where
like
to-
you do, probably,
It's a 100-year cycle. Think
Yeah,
about it.
That's true.
We saw the same shit. I mean, remember, Henry Ford? He was the president of the American Nazi Party.
Wow.
There was a time that this shit was acceptable here. It went away, and it's coming back, and it's right at its 100-year cycle. It's right on time, baby.
Well,
right on time.
and
Yeah,
he-
and they gaslight you. They're like, what? What's the problem? I don't see the big
And
deal.
to me, all those politicians, anyway, they're all on the same team, and it ain't mine.
Exactly. 100%.
So now, 2 shows, 20
Back to the
years.
music.
Now what?
We're going to Disneyland.
I know, right? Just not in Florida.
Mickey Mouse
Gotta go
instead
to
got
LA
kicked
one.
in the head.
It said he wasn't serious.
You know what? I don't know. We have a few things that we're looking at. We're lining up, but a lot's coming our way. So we got a lot of decisions to make. We're really excited. This is all just happening right now. You're literally watching in real time. We don't know what's next.
I love it. I love it.
But we're excited that it's happening. We're excited that people are excited to have us back. And
And I watched
It's
you
pretty
guys
special.
up on stage. You didn't look like a band that was disbanded. You look like a band that you've been playing for all these years, and you're like the best of friends.
well, we are very close. And I do crack the whip on rehearsals.
Somebody has to.
Well, yeah, that's
Yeah.
true. That's true. Tell everybody how they connect to you guys on socials, on the web.
Yeah, LA Slumlords, you can find us on Threads. You can find us on Instagram, on Facebook. And I don't even know where else. We don't have a .com for y'all, sorry.
No TikTok.
We are actually on TikTok, but we don't really use it. Just Google LA Slumlords, you'll find us.
There it is.
Say hi. Guys.
Hi, Giz. How are you?
That's our drummer.
Nice.
How you doing?
You probably had the hardest job out there with
I
this
always
heat.
have the hardest job.
With this
I
heat.
rock the hardest. I'm almost the oldest in the band.
And
You
you're
think I
the-
get any respect? No.
And you're the vice president, too.
What's that?
You're the vice president,
Yeah,
too.
That's
I'm the
right.
vice president of Turbo Union LA.
He's the Rodney Dangerfield of punk rock.
I love it. No respect. No
None,
respect.
none. No respect at all. At all. I think it's because I'm Mexican.
Well, yeah, no.
Yeah.
We were
He's
just
Mexican, and look at his name.
Turbo,
Turbo
Beaner.
Beaner.
As fucking cool as all. And I was just in Mexico a few months ago. I'm like,
What part?
what are they talking about? I was Puerto Vallarta, Sausalito, San Pancho, and Mexico City. And I surf, so when the festival season's over, I get the fuck out of this crazy country and I go surf.
And you go to a crazier country.
Right, but for me it's not
Yeah,
crazy
sure.
because I don't have to deal with it. So,
Amazing.
man, you guys rocked it here at Punk Rock Bowling.
Thank you.
I can't wait to see a lot more of you guys, and everybody has to buy your merch and attend your shows or they can't listen to my show anymore. Just saying. So, thanks for being here.
Thank you for having us.
Oh, thanks for being on the Adventures of Pipeman.
Thank you, Pipeman.
Thank you, Pipeman.
Thank you for listening to the Adventures of Pipeman on W4CY Radio.